Yo, 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 it's your boy Tony P back one more time, and we got our second guest. And today we got Logan here with us. Give it up for Logan, y'all. So, I understand your name is Logan, but it's not exactly Logan. Would you
Yeah.
care to give us the meaning behind Logan? Where that
Um.
name came from?
So Logan came about my ninth grade year of high school. It was a play on the Wolverine. You know, like how you shoot him, but he don't stay down. Like how the fuck you keep this man down? Like oh
Yeah,
damn, we just cracked him upside the head,
yeah.
and he just gets back up. Well, I'm on like my fucking fourth concussion and
Oh shit.
walking around, done lost a finger, done bled out, fall off a truck going 80 miles an hour down the highway, and everybody's just like, that's just a wild motherfucker, but you can't fucking kill him.
Yeah.
This bitch is the Wolverine, but they couldn't do Wolverine, so they were like, we'll call you Logan, and it just stuck ever since.
That's ever since. So where are you from?
I'm from Lake City, South Carolina.
Oh wow.
God's
Lake City.
blind spot.
All right. And how long you been doing comedy?
I've been doing comedy probably about 6, 7 months now.
Okay. And what was the determining factor that you say this is what I want to do? I want to do comedy.
That's a hard one. All my life I've been like the class clown, this little goofy kid you make fun of because halfway colorblind in one eye, so I can't really dress right. So everybody's just like, oh, he's fucking wearing fucking brown with fucking yellow. Ain't he a fucking hot boy? And I'm just like, you know what? Fuck you, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I'm funny.
Yeah.
I'm funny looking. Let me try something.
Yeah.
Keep trying it out, and then it's like, you know what? I actually got a calling for this thing. I've been looking around my whole life to see, like, what fucking sticks. Like, I've done everything. Like,
Yeah.
I've waited tables. I done fucking got a license as a bounty hunter in the state of South Carolina. Became a Marine, and like, no matter what I've done in my life, like, I've never been happy. So it was like, you know what? Let me try this.
Yeah.
And just bringing others that joy. That's kind of what I like.
Yeah. Yeah. So with all that being said, who helped give you that push? Like, you know what? You need to try this comedy and see what this takes you.
It'd be a combination of people throughout my life, mostly a man by the name of Northern Miller.
Okay.
Weird first name for a man. But I'd go in his classroom every day because he was the ROTC instructor at my high school.
Okay.
And I'd be like, oh, you know what, da, 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 in the back of the classroom. And he's like, you know what, fuck you, Daquan, you ain't fucking funny. I'm like, you know what, bitch, you said that while you was laughing, so I gotta be doing some shit, you lying bitch.
Yeah.
And he's just like, he's pretty funny, so.
Yeah.
Look back on him, he's been like a mentor to me.
Yeah,
My older brother's just like, hey, you need to fucking go to the family reunion because you be cutting up. I ain't going if you ain't going. My cousins, I ain't going if you ain't going. And I'm like, you know what? I'll come out of my hole one last time under the rock wherever I stay. Make you laugh.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, it's been leading up to this my whole life. So.
Yeah. Okay. So besides the ROT instructor, who did you look up to comedy wise?
This is gonna be weird for just me, but Jim Carrey, Robin Williams,
Okay.
Cat Williams, Dave Chappelle, Bernie Mac. I end the list right there. I ain't ashamed to say it.
That's a good start though. Jim Carrey and Robin Williams.
Yeah.
That's not what you hear a lot, but they are, I would say, underrated in the comedy game. Definitely, especially Robin Williams. So yeah, that's good. I like that. That's different. So with you naming them cats, what is your comedy style? Like, are you do I have clean comedy? Do I get on people? Do I just tell life experiences?
I do it all.
Oh, I do it all.
I do it all.
Man,
I take from everybody that I've ever seen, I'll admit to it. Pretty good thief in my day. You know what? If I see something and I like it, you know what? That's going in my pocket. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You just did something clean my mom can approve of. I'm taking it. You just got on this motherfucker for being a dirty bitch. I'm taking it. Whatever you got, fucking put it in the bag, motherfucker, and maybe I can make something out of it.
Yeah. So let's go back to the first time you did stand-up comedy in front of a crowd. Was that in front of your peers, or was it just, a bunch of people you didn't know?
Fuck, it was in the Comedy Cabana down in Myrtle Beach.
Okay.
And I was with a bunch of friends, excuse me, and you know, I went out at this open mic night, and everybody was like, it's not as bad as it's gonna be. You know, you're just overthinking it in your head because I'm used to talking in front of large groups of people.
Yeah.
And the whole time I'm like, you know what? They're drawing numbers in the back. You know what? As long as I get something like number 10, I'm fucking set. I'm funny. I get in the fucking hat. It's number fucking 1.
Oh wow.
And I'm just like, you know what? I'm the first man. And then everybody's walking up to me and they're like, oh, first show, huh? You got the pre-show jitters. Which I'm like, you know what? I got this poker face. And I'm like, you know what? No, I've been doing this shit for years. Fucking fuck you, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, because number 1's the best spot ever. And I'm like, all right. So I go out there and it's like surreal. Like they start playing Brick House and I'm just like, all right, they got a good song vibe going. I fucking dash to the stage, almost fall over the mic. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm here, bitch. What you want to do?
Yeah.
And fucking, I just looked out at the crowd. And for a minute, I was like, you know what? I'm going to treat this just like everything else in my life. You know,
Yeah.
you came here to see fucking me. And I don't care if I'm funny or not. You still lost fucking $20 to get in this bitch. So you better
Yeah.
you better find something funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
And ever since then, it's just been a hit.
So, with that being your first performance, did you get any pre-performance advice, or, you know, did you get any after? How was that? Going
Beforehand, I
Yeah.
mean, you know, I've got the poker face and everything going. Everybody was like, "Oh, he's a professional." Fucking, I got up on stage. It doesn't usually sound good, but in this way, it's a good thing. I made a complete fucking fool. Like, I mean, you know, I cut up, did what I had to do. I got off stage and there were these guys and they were like, "Man, that was like fucking great." Like,
Yeah.
how did you learn how to do that? And I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all something." I was like, "I'm halfway drunk. I drank 2 Four Locos before I walked in here. This was my first show.
Yeah.
I just didn't want the fucking judgment cast, you know,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh, this
yeah,
fucking noob."
Yeah.
And fucking, so there was these 2 guys afterwards. I cannot remember their name. One of them literally looked like he was homeless, but he was funny as hell.
Word.
And one of them was like this real suave dude dressed in a suit, and I was like, oh, James Bond's gonna fucking teach me how to stir a martini. And you know, they just looked at me and they were like, you know what, quit putting the mic in between yourself and the crowd, like little stuff like that. Like, I don't have the network that other comics have right now, and that's what's killing me right now.
Yeah.
It's because that's what I need. But damn it, if you go out on stage and you make a motherfucker laugh, then you're doing something right. I'm just waiting on that day when the boos come.
I hope they never come for you.
I hope they do. Failure is the best learning experience.
I feel that. So, with that being said, failure is the best learning experience. Who gives you the most criticism out of, you know, your comedy?
My mom. She's real supportive, don't get me wrong, but I got a dark sense of humor sometimes. And sometimes I'll say something on stage, and everybody will be like, "Man, this guy's funny." And I'm like, "Bro, that I didn't tell nothing that was funny. I just knew it'd make you laugh." Because, like, in my head, I'm like, "Oh, fucking 30-year-old Michael put a gerbil in the refrigerator and it fucking froze, so he warmed it up and it blew up." And I'm like, "Oh, fuck, yeah. See, you feel bad for laughing because you're like, it's fucked up.
Yeah.
But then again, my mom's like, you need to stop that, son. And I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
Whatever happens, happens.
Yeah. So, with your mom being like the one that gives you a lot of criticism, no matter whether it's, you know, positive or negative, has anybody ever tried to steer you away from comedy?
Definitely my dad.
Okay.
I say it. I'm 22 years old.
Okay.
I've only ever made my dad laugh twice in his life. Like, I mean, anybody else, I can walk up to him and, you know, shake your hand, tip the hat. How do you fucking do, do-si-do, motherfucker? And
Yeah.
rolling.
Yeah.
My dad, it's just,
Yeah.
you ain't fucking funny.
Is that a challenge for you to make him laugh?
If I could do it as a grown man, because I ain't done it since I was 15, it'd literally be like I was 5 years old getting a fucking Sega Genesis on Christmas.
Wow.
I'd like to fuck up and be like, you know what, I did this. Like, my dad actually approves of what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah. So besides comedy, what other projects are you working on, or do you have your goals set on?
It's the only one.
Comedy.
Sole thing. I mean, I got a TikTok. Hey, shameless plug, right? Mickey, 666 Add me on TikTok.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, I just heard something one day and it was like, would you rather go out as a plain Jane kind of guy or
Mm,
Blaze of Glory? And ever since then, I've been like, Blaze of Glory.
Blaze
I've been
of
plain
Glory.
Jane my whole life.
yeah, I know that's right. So where do you find most of your content? Where do you pull your content from for your jokes?
Past experiences. Sometimes I'm just sitting in my room and my roommate's like real supportive of me. And like I'll just start having these ADHD spur of the moment thoughts and I'll just start rattling shit off. Like earlier today, I was like, oh, if a bitch puts an ass cheek on the left side of your face, are you gonna lick the right side, the middle, or the fucking underneath? And he was like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, but I was like, it's something that fucking stupid that I can say. And then people are just like, how the fuck did he even come up with that? But literally, it's just me living life.
Yeah, yeah, I understand that completely. So it sounds like living life is what really inspires you, motivates you to do what you do. Is there anything else that would inspire you to do what you do?
Yeah. One past relationship.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna name genders, name names. The individual in question was strung out on
Okay.
meth, and we were madly in love for fucking
Wow.
7 years.
Mm.
And there was never a dull moment, ever. Like, even when times were bad, we were still laughing, like, thinking back on past shit. I mean, who else do you know that can go to a sheriff's house and take the dog and sell it back for $50 fucking dollars?
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a wild thing, and like I my ex-spouse got committed to a mental facility, and I got calls from these clerks, and they were like, we're hearing these stories in this room, and we're just kind of wondering, like, what wild shit did y'all do, like,
Oh shit.
because there's laughs in here, and I'm like, if a story about me is helping people in a place for the mentally ill, like, who else can I help? Like, who else can I just brighten up their day? Because I've gone through my own share of mental illness. That's just that it just brings the drive every day. I'm like,
Wow.
if I can actually genuinely help people have a better day,
Yeah.
why would I not fucking do it?
Right. And you 22?
22.
That's a lot to go through before 22. So just to go back, tell me about. I know you said you were a jokester, a class clown in high school. Is that what you feel like really started to really fuel you into? This is what I want to take off on, or was it before high school?
Way before high school.
Okay.
I was watching an old Jim Carrey special,
Okay.
and it was he made a joke, and he was like, when a chick just sucks your dick and she keeps on sucking, he was like, I keep a brick under my pillow for bitches like that. And as soon as I heard it, I was just like, if you can get up there and say some shit like that,
Yeah.
why can't I get up there and be like, I was clipping my toenails the other day, clipped a little bit too hard, and I fucking called the bitch a son of a motherless goat, and fucking went from there and fucking had it fucking sky high.
Yeah.
And ever then, I'm like, you know what? Like I don't feel like myself until I'm in front of a crowd.
Okay.
And for the longest time, I went through this internal struggle of like, do I hate myself? Do I love myself? Why do I only feel this way? And then I was like, you know what? I talked to my grandma one day, and she was like, God has a calling for everybody.
Yeah.
Whatever you feel the most comfortable doing in your life, that's probably what you should be doing.
Right.
And I mean, I tried to rap game out. I tried to fucking sing. That ain't my thing.
Yeah.
But as long as I can make a person laugh, and I'm like, hey, all eyes on me, 1, 2, 3. That's what I need.
Yeah. So, with that being said, I know you say you, Robin Harris, Bernie Mac, Jim Carrey. Now that you're out of high school, do you see what they were saying back then as still funny, or do you see like a bigger message in, what they were saying back then?
Well, I mean, with Robin, it came very clear with Robin. Rest in peace to his soul. It came very clear during his final moments to me. Looking back, whenever I look at any of his old routines, it was very clear that he was depressed, just feeling a void.
Yeah.
Kind of like, what, I'm in pain. Let me take the pain off the rest of you. With Jim, Jim will even say it to this day. Jim was going through this internal struggle of, is this who I am? With Bernie, even when Bernie's final hours, I can't remember where I saw it, but it was a BET special. And Bernie was going through this internal struggle of, is this who I am? Is this how I want to submit myself? Is this how I leave it all? If I take my hand off the table right now, am I fucking done?
Yeah.
And that's the message I get to all of them. I mean, because it intertwines with me, because even though I'm not at the struggle anymore, I'm at the point of, if I was to just put my entire life on this table, am I satisfied?
Yeah.
Can I move on and be like, I've set the bar this high for the rest of my family, for the rest of my peers, for my friends?
Yeah.
And that's just basically that's it.
That's it. So, with that being said, like, I know you said, like, you got approval from your mother, and you gotta really show your father, like, I'm funny. Besides them, is there any other people in your family that you feel like you gotta prove to, or you gotta show, like, hey, this is something I can really do as far as?
Without 100% of a doubt, I can say none. None.
Okay. I know that's right. So as far as, like, with comedy, do you have any children, or I know you said you had, like, your sister, you were married. What did they think about, as far as you doing comedy?
From the old marriage, I'll be honest, we didn't spend too many times talking about a future. Was chasing the next high. I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit. We was chasing the next highs, It's fucking dope heads, fucking sitting in the house with no fucking lights. Where's the next fucking hit? Where's the next coat? Where's the next fucking? You fucking saying I'm there. We never planned the future. Nobody I've ever been with is planning the future. But my nieces are like where I get my stage name from, because I believe we were supposed to go to Club Crave. Okay. And it got canceled, and I was like, "Can you put me on as, like, Uncle Too Legit?" Yeah. My nieces are where I actually get that name from.
Okay.
Because they were just like, their moms are like, your uncle's kind of like too legit to quit, and fucking, like, I've never heard anybody hurt somebody's feelings but mean it from the bottom of their heart the way your uncle does. And I'm like, if you're a stupid bitch, I'm gonna call you a stupid bitch. Yeah. But I'm gonna help you be a smart bitch.
Yeah.
And my nieces just they just kind of stuck with it. They're like, oh, Uncle Too Legit.
Yeah.
So I keep the name.
Yeah.
Keep it close to my heart.
Yeah. So with speaking of your nieces, and speaking of your ex that you said was strung out, whatever, have you ever used them for your content during the showcases?
My nieces all the time.
Okay.
All the time, because one of them has this little cute fucking thing where, like, you'll ask her a question, and instead of a yes or or a yes sir, there's always yup. And I'm like, you get this shit from your grandma. Yeah. And I'm like, do you miss me? Yup. And I'm like, okay, bitch. And fucking the other one has this fucking mindset, because I enlisted in the Marine Corps a while ago. Okay. And she was the only one that was old enough to remember it. Okay. And it kind of heartbreaking. But every time she sees me now, she's like, "Oh, don't leave me. Where are you going?" And it's because I went to boot camp. Then I didn't come home. Yeah. I just went straight to MCT. So then I went straight to Missouri. So these were 9 months for her life where I was just there, and I vanished. And I was just coming down off of drugs, a bad addiction, and I didn't have that mental space. And how am I affecting this younger kid? Yeah. So now when she sees me, she understands that I'm around now, but she'll always bring it up. Yeah. And you can tell she's fucking with me, because she'll look at me and she'll be like, "You ain't gonna leave me this time, are you?" And I'm like, "You dirty little fucking thing. How dare you?"
Yeah.
But I love them kids. And my ex, I didn't start doing it till recently. With different types of crowds. Usually you can tell who's done some shit in the crowd. You just fucking look at them in the eyes, and they got that little twitch, just like,
you touching on a nerve.
Just like, you just say something, and I'm like, I did something with a soda can and some ashes on it, and they're like, "Oh, that's a knee slapper." And I'm like, "Gotcha, bitch. Time to get up on you. Get druggy."
Yeah.
And fucking. But, I mean, yeah, my ex-husband just been recently. Dropped a dime on that one. My nieces, they've been from day one.
Yeah.
I just love making fun of them. I want them to be able to, like, go on TV at some point and be like, "My uncle was talking straight shit."
So have you ever used like one of them in like a stand-up comedy skit and be like, man, you know what? I wish I never said that about them.
No.
Nah,
No, I'm not even gonna. To this day, it could be 20 years from now. I ain't gonna. I'm looking straight at you, Lydia, Maya, other one you know who you is, but you shall not be named.
Yeah.
Might fuck around and make you famous.
Yeah.
Never. I'm
Yeah.
always gonna give you a fucking hard time.
Yeah. So what's next for you? You got any upcoming projects, anything like that?
You know, everybody made a TikTok during COVID. You know, we dancing now. We doing skits now.
Okay.
My good buddy Josh, you know, he's got a lot of shit going on. Maybe he can put me on with something. You know?
Yeah.
I'm tired of moving one place, moving the other. I'm trying to lay down some roots.
Yeah. So, if you had an upcoming project, you know, who would be 3 people that you would want to work with?
It's just anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely Jim. Definitely Jim. Always Jim Carrey.
Okay.
Cat, because I just feel like they just butt heads. I don't even feel like it'd be funny. I feel like they'd be butt heads, and I'm kind of just like that instigator. Just like, y'all fucking beefing, and I did it.
Jim
And
Carrey
fucking-
might eat him
yeah,
alive.
Jim Carrey just might, you know what, Cat, fuck you and your fucking sideways plan. Lastly, he's not even a comedian. But Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Okay.
Because I mean, you know, he's not a comedian, but he's a comedian. He's a funny motherfucker.
Yeah.
He's done it all.
Yeah.
Right. Actually, strike that.
Not him.
Because I stick with the comedy routine.
Yeah.
We'll go with Donald Glover.
Okay.
Old fucking Childish Gambino.
Okay.
'Cause, you know, back in high school, I used to get told I look like him a lot, and I
Yeah.
want to just stand next to him on set and be like, you know, they mean you look like me.
the little bit darker stunt double. And shit. Yeah. I
You
can
know.
see it. Yeah.
Fucking old Lando Calrissian stole my role for Star Wars. I'm still pissed about that, Donald.
We won't find your ass,
I'm
bitch.
gonna fucking stomp your fucking white Converses clean out the game.
Yeah. So, with that being said, what's some aspects of your comedy that stands out from the rest that you would say?
Definitely. So I got a severe case of ADHD. You know, coming out of rehab, I learned that my mind would never be the same again. I got this tendency to just shoot over here and over there and over there, and fucking jam this big mess together and see what all fits. Can I make the cog spin if I do this?
Right.
And what have they named it these days? It's the crackhead energy. I mean, like you don't get this shit nowhere else.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it'll throw you back. I mean, like, cause I get up there and basically I'm a kid in a candy store, and a lot of people have lost that energy today, and it's just it's a defining feature. I mean, look at all the greats. All the greats had those little spur of the moment thoughts where it was just like, oh, well, bitch, fuck you, you fucking dirty bitch. And then it's like, oh, whoa, he just turned up out of nowhere, and then he goes right back to that level headedness. Yeah. But with me, it's just fuck you, you dirty bitch, 24/7. It's like, you know, I'm gonna run with it, and I'm gonna run with it, and if I fall off this treadmill, I'm gonna flip it over, and I'm gonna just run on the track.
Right, straight like that. So, where can people follow you at?
You can follow me. I gave you my TikTok. Let me give it out again. MICKEY 66777. I don't even know my own Instagram. That should tell you how much I'm on the ground. But you can follow me at Facebook, Logan McKenzie. Anything else? You can follow me on Snapchat, Mad Dog Quan. It's all different names. Maybe I should make something else and just tie all these aliases together and be like Mad Dog Logan McKenzie.
Yup, I feel that. Before we get out of here, I know, have you ever had any other comedians say, you know what, man, this is for you. This is you go on places with this.
My third show.
My third show. How many shows have you done?
I've done 7.
7. Which one would you say was your favorite?
My favorite was definitely my last one.
Your last one?
I think I came in here and told y'all the story about that.
Mm-hmm.
I was so ripped up. I came on stage, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I was drunk. Mm-hmm. Like, don't drive tonight, but it's okay if you talk to people type of drunk.
Yeah.
And I came charging at the stage, and the stage was built weird. It had like these twisted Sally's fucking stairs
Yeah.
that went up in a fucking 3 pattern, and I was like, who the fuck designed this? Moses? And fucking ran up and tripped over the mic, and while I'm on the ground, I'm looking over to the crowd, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck yeah.
So with that being
That's
said,
definitely it.
all right. So with that being said, you know we got a show coming up February 13th, man. You gonna come bless the stage for us?
I can't lie to you and say I'm blessed, but I'll definitely be there to give it a curse.
I like that. And one last time, I'm your host Tony Polo. I'm here with my man Logan Mack. This is another episode of Out the Mud Comedy.